Hi friends, welcome to Rita's Paper Motif. I'm Rita, and today I just wanted to hop on and share this live with you. It wasn't something that I had really planned to do beforehand, but I'd like to go ahead and do. So, as you know, September for me is all things Christmas, right? And I like to, when I'm preparing for Christmas, I like to get all the little stuff done early. Little stuff, I mean like the tags, I mean like gift card holders, little treat bags that I'll end up putting treats in, or just some little like stocking stuffer gifts. I like to get those done ahead of time. And maybe the contents I don't have specifically ready to go, but I like to get the containers ready. And so now that I'm getting ready for Christmas here in September and I'm sharing that venture with you, I'm working specifically this week on gift card holders. And I love to give gift card holders. So before I show you the project that I have planned for today, just let me share this with you. And that is, if you haven't seen the new mini catalog, and this would be September through December of 2023, be sure to go over to ritaspapermotif.com, and there you can see the digital copy of this mini catalog. I think you're going to really enjoy the product that is inside this catalog that's available to you. It is everything Christmas, Halloween, Thanksgiving, all great stuff. And so this catalog is in addition to the annual catalog, so you'll want to look at both. And I'd be honored if you shop at my online store. I would also be honored if you go ahead and hit those like buttons if you like the content of this video. And if you're watching, go ahead and just shout out hello that you're watching. And if you're watching on YouTube, same, let me know you're watching, and of course subscribing to my channel. And then if you hit that bell icon, you'll be notified when I upload new content. All right, so let's go ahead and get started. This is my second attempt today. The first live that I started, for some reason, it said that it wasn't recording, and so we're starting all over. All right, so I wanted to show you how to make this gift card holder, and what's really nice about it is you don't need any adhesive. You just need designer series paper. And also, you don't need a very big designer series paper. So when I was looking through my Christmas designer series paper, I decided for these gift cards that I'll be giving like to neighbors or to the postman that comes to my door, or even to the landscaper, I don't necessarily need to make a special Christmas card for them. If I have one, that'd be great. But I do want to just give them something to say thank you, and they make my life easier. So that's what the gift card holders are for. I also like to decorate them. So the gift card holders that might go out in a Christmas card that I'll be making towards the end of the month will be featuring that designer series paper that's on the cards. But for these more general use of gift cards, I'm going to use up the scraps, and that's what I decided. So I was looking in my Christmas bin and found some scraps. This is a leftover piece of Christmas designer series paper. I am going to say I think that this was last year's, in a package of last year's designer series paper, but I'm not sure. But the whole idea is that this card I'm going to show you, you can use current designer series paper, which is gorgeous. You have to look at it. It's just gorgeous. Or if you have a big enough piece of paper, of designer series paper in your scrap bin, go ahead and use it. I don't like to throw away designer series paper that is a usable size. So if I can use it, I will, and this is a good opportunity to use it. So what I need is a 7x8 piece. So this would definitely, you know, meet that standard. Excuse me. But what I'll tell you right now is whatever designer series paper that you're choosing, it needs to be one that you love the front and the back. And it's not that I don't love the front and the back. It's just that I'm going to be folding over one side, and it seems like I'd like something to break up the green, right? I just need something to just break it up and add interest. So I decided this wasn't the piece that I wanted to use, but I did find a scrap of designer series paper. It was a 12x12 piece, and I believe this scrap paper might even be a couple years old, but a good way to use it up. So I did cut the 12x12 into a 7x8. Excuse me, I'm gonna take a drink of water. I have a frog in my throat, I think. So 7x8, so 7x8, and then you take your trimmer or your scoreboard, whichever you use, and with the short side, which is the 7-inch side, you would go ahead and score at 1 inch on all the sides. Now I've already scored this, but I'm just showing you. So 1 inch on all sides. Here we go. This is an inch. And then you're going to flip the paper. So just flip it and go ahead and score at 3.5. So we would just measure 3.5 and go ahead and score it. All right, then you're going to rotate your paper, and you're going to be scoring this on this side. On the long side, you're going to score at 2 1/8. So you know, 2 1/8 is half of 2. Well, the 8th part is half of that 4/4. And so you're going to just go ahead and score on both sides. Okay, so I have scored all of this just to save time. And that's, I just did want to pop on so that I could share this with you, because what's great about it is you don't need any adhesive with this gift card holder. All right, so this is the side that I want to show, and then this is the side that's going to be folded up. So yes, we're going to be folding. So I'm going to take the 1-inch sides that we have here, and I'm going to fold over. And we'll take our bone folder and go ahead and secure that fold. And actually you want to fold all your sides. I'm going to go ahead and do that. And maybe I'll stop right here, because you know what I want to do is I'm going to put ribbon through this. You can see the ribbon that's on this gift card holder. And to do so, I need to punch some holes. So once it's already created, I'm not going to have the ability to open, easily open. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm just going to, so I get a visual, I'm going to go ahead with my crocodile, and I'm going to punch a hole, and I'm using my crocodile right here, and I'm going to punch that hole, and I kind of want it in the middle of the fold line and the edge. I think this is pretty much the middle. And then I'm going to come over on the other side and do the same thing. And I am kind of guessing at this point. Let's see here. That's pretty close. And I'm going to punch again. All right. So then we're going to open up these sides that we folded over. That was the back side. And I'm going to fold these corners. I'm going to fold them in. And this is about a 45-degree angle. And I'm going to do that to all 4 of the corners. And I did just want to say that I got this idea from Julie DiMatteo. I believe that, I'm not sure who originally shared this gift card holder. I'm not sure who did. She modified it, and then I've changed up a couple of things as well. So we're going to go ahead, now that we've folded those corners, let's go ahead and burnish them. And I'm going to double check because I don't want them to be overlapping that fold line. So if you were by chance watching the first live and you got to see any of it, I did get, I don't like when my videos are disrupted like that, but maybe it was a good thing because I was kind of having some issues there. But anyway, let's go ahead now. And this doesn't feel right. I wish, trying not to get my head in the camera view here. Here we go. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and fold this on the fold line. And you'll see that, you know, you have a little bit of a different thing there, right? It looks a little different now than it did when we first folded it. And then we're going to fold on those 2/3. Remember, we scored at 2 1/8. I said 2/3, but it's 2 1/8. And we're going to go ahead and fold that. This is kind of like a origami kind of thing here. So you won't need adhesive, so that's a good thing too. If you're just wanting to use up scrap paper, it could be anything. It could be birthday, it could be just anything. Then, once you've done that, we're going to tuck these ends. Whoops. We're going to tuck these ends in just like that. And then we're going to fold. So if you see what I did, I just folded it. And this is that 3.5 line that we creased on, or that we scored. Okay, so I'll show you again. So we folded it in half, or folded it so that the two ends met, and this was on the fold that was on 2 1/8. And then we just brought them in, brought the fold up, and that was on the 3.5. And I see here, let's see, oh, it's okay. All right, and so now, this is going to create some pockets here. So on one pocket, you know, you could put that gift card right there. And I have the size of a gift card, but this is going to be, we're going to use it for something else. But you could see that it would fit nicely right in there. So your gift card would be secured. And then I just used this so that you could see that a gift card would fit in there. We're going to go ahead and take some, I'm just going to put this like that to keep it folded. We're going to go ahead and put some ribbon on that little gift card holder. And I'm going to use, this is some ribbon from my scrap bin. And I'll show you this against the paper. So it does match, and that's what I was looking for. Sometimes when our ribbon retires, sometimes we'll be left with a spool, and if you're like me and love ribbon, sometimes you still have some ribbon left over. So this is a good way to use up that ribbon too. And this is the leftover piece I had from that 12 by 12. So it matches, and that's what I wanted to happen. So I'm going to go ahead and cut about 17 inches of ribbon. I do know that that is way more than I need, and I've got my scissors wrong here. So let's just go ahead and cut it, because it's too hard to tie while you're on the spool. So now we can just go ahead, and what I want to do is I want to feed this ribbon through those holes I punched, and that is sometimes kind of hard to do. So I do need to bring that closer, because I realize some of you might have some great eyeballs, but one thing that's for sure is as you get older, those eyes tend to not be as great as they used to be. So I'm using my take a pick tool to try to feed it through. And a lot of good that did. Let's see here. One thing on live is you do see everything, right? Any mistakes. I'm just glad I'm not the only one that makes mistakes, so we all make mistakes. So just know that when you're watching creators, know that, you know what, it happens. And I am having a really hard time with this ribbon. I thought I had it. I am going to unlatch it and I'm going to stick it through here this way because none of us want to be here all day while Rita fiddles with the ribbon. So I'm hoping, I've never done it this way, I'm hoping it's not an issue when I fold it back up. And I tell you, I got scared there because now that it's unfolded, it didn't seem that these holes were right. But okay, so here we go. We'll go back to tucking in. And folding. And now we can tie our ribbon and tie it in a bow. And if you saw with all this fiddling, this has come loose. I'm just going to get a little bit of household tape, and I'm just going to tape it. Okay. All right, now I'm going to go ahead and tie that ribbon. What I would probably like to do beforehand is I want to, I've taken a scrap of basic white. This actually is the same size as a gift card, and I just stamped Merry Christmas on it. And I realized that this is not Bermuda Bay, this color. This is Pool Party. But Pool Party is very light, and so I just went ahead and used one darker, and that is Bermuda Bay. So many times we can do that, right? So you can either stick your message card right like that, which is what I would do, or you could stick it in the pocket. You could stick the gift card in the pocket too, or you could stick the gift card here, whichever you like. But the pockets are really designed for that gift card. So then once you fold it up, you can go ahead and tie this bow. And this, I like this because, like I said before, it's a great way to use up scrap or lonely. This wasn't really a scrap, I would say, but it's just, it was one sheet of 12 by 12, and it was older, so you know, I may or may not have. We're not always lucky to have all the things that go with it, like ribbon, but this ribbon does work, so I was lucky. And then I'll just go ahead and cut my ribbon. Let's see. Oh, does this need cutting? Yep. But it also needs to be judged a little, so. All right. So we'll just kind of give it a little haircut. Okay, and then we have a cute little card holder that you can make, no adhesive necessary. And I have two samples here, the one we just made and this other. And you can see, for some reason, I don't know why that year I didn't use all my like winter or snowflake designer series paper. Sometimes when I love a package of designer series paper, I may get more than one, and then I may have an issue because I don't use it all. So, you know, I love the designer series paper. So I'm not going to apologize for that, but I do like to use it up. All right, so here we go with that bow. And now we have 2 little gift card holders. Okay, so I hope that you got something out of this live today. And I'm hoping that you can either use your current designer series paper, which is gorgeous. I will be doing that with my cards, or you can even use up your scrap paper. And it doesn't have to be Christmassy. You can use it for any occasion. So if you liked this card, go ahead and hit that like button, please. And thank you for being patient with me. It just was an impromptu live, so yeah, that's how it goes. All right, have a great day, and we'll see you again probably on Thursday. Bye now.